KTDD Riverside. Fox Sports 1350 is available anywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Download it now.
Yes, we are live. It is IE Sportsnet, right here live on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 a.m. on a Saturday morning right here live in the great Inland Empire. Wow, do we have a great show lined up, man. Let me tell you something. We have a jam-packed show. Got my man, Coach B. He's going to be calling in on the hotline. You know, he does it, you know. He's on trip. He's on a road trip, man. So he's going to be coming online here. As a matter of fact, I think we have him right here on air. Coach B, are you in the house, man?
I am here. You know, my apologies. It was one of those days that it just didn't work out my way. You know.
Hey, it is all good, brother. You know, you cover for me often, and you know, again, you're here and you're live in effect, man. So let's get right into it, man. Let me tell you something. We have a jam-packed show. Let me tell you something. We have a jam-packed show. We got Silverado. We have King High School in the house. We're going to be talking to this coach. We have Temescal Canyon in the house, and we have Silverado High School in the house, man. It's going to be going down. And then we have a very special guest, a local guest, a very, very special guest, man. You want to make sure you tune in for a beautiful young lady and is doing some great things here in the Inland Empire. Coach B, man, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good. It was just like I said. It was totally my error. It was one of those mornings that things just didn't work out my way. I would love to be there in the flesh, but hey, you know, we that's like they say, they give you lemons, you make lemonade.
That's what you do, brother. Hey, and we're going to just jump right into it right now. We're talking about the week. It is folks want to go to our poll. You can check out the Week 7 IE Sportsnet 11-man football poll. But we'll jump right into our top 5 of schools that played last night. You want to go ahead and hop in the top 5, man? Number 5?
Absolutely. Last night was a shocker. Last night, Chino Hills, who's had some injury issues, Chino Hills stepped up to the plate. It was a big, ginormous league game last night. Chino Hills defeated Rancho Cucamonga, who was number 5 in our poll. They beat them at a score of 24-10. So you know, a lot of people were shocked about that. And, you know, Rancho Cucamonga, you know, a lot of people were talking about it. They thought that they were going to be the team to get it done, but that's the second defeat of the season for Rancho Cucamonga. So that's a shocker. So that's number 5 in the IE Sportsnet poll.
Indeed, that was a big shocker, man. Number 4, we had Norco. And again, Norco, man, really doing some great things out there. They had a big game against Corona, and they were able to come out victorious 30-19. So again, looks like Victor Veramontes and the Cougars and Norco Cougars are out there doing great things out there.
And Norco's been one of those teams that's just been under the radar. They're not really getting a lot of pub. They've really been under the radar, but all they do is they win. They continue to win. Number 3 in our poll, and they're not any strangers to success and putting up victories. Vista Murrieta, they beat Murrieta Valley 35-7.
Yeah, man. I mean, that they came to play. Obviously, Vista Murrieta, again, that's our number 3 ranked team on our top 5 poll. And again, Vista Murrieta was able to be successful over Murrieta Valley 35-7. Coming in number 2, we had Redlands East Valley, which is Rev, doing big things. Put up another 55 on somebody, man, and they were able to come successful against Elsinore, man. Beat them 55-6. Coach B, who was number 1, man?
Number 1 in our poll, I mean, do we need to say anything else? Number 1 in the poll is the big dogs, the Corona Centennial Huskies. They beat Roosevelt 54-7. And as I've said before, I don't see anyone in the state beating Corona Centennial this year. I know Bishop Gorman out in Vegas is ranked ahead of them in the national poll, but I don't see anyone in the state of California beating Corona Centennial. And we talked about this last year when they got bumped up to the Pac-5. I questioned, were they ready? Could they sustain? And all they do is just win. And I expect another deep run for that team this year in the playoffs.
Exactly, man. Again, they're doing great things. But that is our top 5 poll right there for the IE Sportsnet, IESportsnet.com. If you guys want to check that out, you guys can always go to IESportsnet.com. And again, on Friday nights, we have real live-time scores. And real-time scores, right there available for you at IESportsnet.com.
Absolutely.
Hey, Coach B, man, well, appreciate you calling in, man. You want to say anything about some of the guests we have coming up, man?
I know we're going to have a great show. I know King is going to be phenomenal. Silverado is going to be phenomenal. Temescal Canyon, friend of the show. We had them on the show last year, so I know it's going to be a great show. What I'll do is like I said, I'm kind of missing in action today. But what I definitely want to do is try to call in from time to time and see if we can't do this. If Stephen A. does it. If Stephen A. can do it, why can't I do it, right?
Indeed, brother. Indeed. You know what I mean? We're going to make it happen. That's what we're going to do. So we can guarantee that. So, again, man, big up for my man, Coach B, calling in. He's on location. He's on the road. And we're going to be getting into break right here, man. When we come back, we're going to have King High School on, man. And these guys they're doing their thing. They've been in the news lately, been all over ESPN. So we're going to have them in talk about their season. So, Coach B, man, we're going to go ahead and make this happen. Again, when it comes to it's myself, Eternal.
And the one and only Coach B.
And when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
We out here.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
KTDD Riverside. Fox Sports 1350 is available anywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Download it now.
What's up? This is TJ Ward from the Denver Broncos. You're now tuning to iSportsNet.
The Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Yes, we are back. IE Sportsnet, IESportsNet.com, right here live on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM on a wonderful Saturday morning right here in the city of Riverside. Coach B, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling absolutely good. Hope you guys.
Yeah, you're going in and out just a little bit, but we got Coach B. He's actually on the road today, man. But we have some very special guests that are live here in the studio. We have King High. Now, it's like there's a shadow being cast over here, man. You know, my man is here. You know, we have everybody here. We got about four of the players that are here, as well as the coach. Maybe you guys can introduce yourselves and let everybody know who you guys are, and hook yourself and introduce yourself to the IE Sportsnet audience.
I'm Bradley Clevin.
Cardell Walder.
Scott Denarola.
And John Cronk.
All right, now. My man, now we got a chance to check you guys out. We were there. We were live at the Poly game. Who's the quarterback? All right, here he is. That's he's like, that's me, man. How's it going, man? Now we want to talk to you guys a little bit about the game. And we were at the Poly game. Obviously, that was a big game for you guys. Talk to me a little bit about that game and how you guys felt about it.
Well, you know, we played pretty good in the first half. Our defense kept us up. You know, in times like, you know, during the game, our defense helps a lot out with the offense, and the offense helps the defense. So, you know, the defense really stepped it up that game with the pump block and, you know, a lot of turnovers. So that helped us out a lot.
Indeed. And then we have the running back here. I mean, you know, we were right there in the end zone, man, checking you out, man. It was interesting because, you know, we were talking about you. You're like almost like Emmitt Smith, man, because you're getting, you know, by the time they saw you, you were 15 yards down the field. So maybe you can kind of talk about your performance that game and how you feeling about the season.
I played pretty good that game. O-line was blocking good, seeing the holes, just running to them. And the season should go pretty good for us. Try to make it to playoffs and just practice hard to get there, you know.
Okay. Now, we got my man here. What number are you, man? Go ahead and step over to the mic real quick, man. Coach B, you want to go? You there, Coach B?
Yeah, I'm here. I am absolutely here.
Now, the gentleman we have here that is on the mic, like now, when this gentleman is coming down the hallway, right? You know, I would envision, you know, if, you know, he's like the guy that's elected to throw the freshman in the trash can. You know, he's that guy right there, man. He's the guy like, okay, you know, whoever's getting thrown in the trash can is just gentleman right here. But Coach B, you want to go ahead and ask a few questions?
Absolutely. So I want to ask you guys a little bit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, he can hear you now.
Okay, great. I just want to ask you guys a little bit about your season. I know that game, like we said, we were there when you guys had that triple overtime game. And we were there when you guys had a really, really good season. But, you know, you guys are getting a lot of press. And I know we talk about a 7-foot lineman, correct? Now, give me a little thoughts about your season and all the notoriety you're getting. I mean, you're like the gentle giant. What are your thoughts about this season and everything that's going on?
I think our season's going to go pretty good. We're just going to try to get to playoffs and everything. We just need to learn to execute better and finish drives. You know, we can't get stopped and kick a field goal anymore. And the publicity, you know, it's helped me out a lot. You know, it's given me a better reason to play and just helped me through the difficult times sometimes and just helped me through everything.
I heard that. Now, you we have another gentleman that's over here, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself as well, man. Cause I want you to get, I know you next to the 7-footer. You know what I mean? But introduce yourself again. I'm sorry, please.
Scott Denarola.
Okay, Coach B, we have Scott Denarola on the mic, man. You want to ask him a question?
Absolutely. So, Scott, I know you're in the Big 8, and you guys have started your league play. You're off to a 3-4 start. But what are your thoughts about what's going on in this season and everything you guys can accomplish this year? What are your goals for this year?
We just got to go out there and execute. Every game that we lost so far, just kind of games that we've beat ourselves. So we gotta put together a complete game and finish out the season strong.
Now I have a quick question, because one of the things that I really enjoyed that was different about you guys that I noticed during the pregame against Poly. Normally teams come out, man. They got the cheerleaders are standing up. They're hoping they don't fall, and they're holding the little banner up, and the team runs through the banner. But you guys had something different. Whereas the band was leading you guys out, and it was like a real, very different approach in terms of how you guys entered the field. Maybe you guys can kind of talk to me about how that goes.
We see ourselves as a family. The entire school is a family to us. We want to have everyone participate in these football games. Just everyone needs to be part of football. We bring our community in here. We do everything we can for our community, and everything just comes in as a family and a community.
Well, man, I tell you what, man, you guys are obviously well-coached group, coaches here, man. And again, kudos to the staff. I know Coach Martinez, man, he used to actually coach me when I was in high school, believe it or not. You know what I mean? He used to tell me all the stories about how he used to be a lineman. I used to be like, Coach, man, what you said, I thought he was lying for the longest. You know what I mean? He was like, I used to play lineman. Did he tell you guys that too?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was my coach at Ramona, man, but he's a really good guy, man. And he was actually, man, motivated me to keep doing some of the stuff that I'm doing, man. So again, kudos to you guys and best of luck for your season.
Thank you.
All right, man. And again, we have King High School right there, man. Riverside King, Martin Luther King High in Riverside, man. They're doing great things. And again, thank you guys. I know you guys got to run to practice, man. So I thank you guys for coming out, man.
Thank you.
All right, no doubt. So that's what's going on right there, man. Coach B, we're about to go pay some bills, man. So you know how we do it.
Absolutely. We always got to do that. We got to make sure we keep the lights on, right?
Yes, sir. So it's Eternal.
And the one and only Coach B.
And when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
KTDD Riverside. Fox Sports 1350 is available anywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Download it now.
This is the one and only Coach B. I am on location. I am en route to the studio. I'm en route to the station. But the show must go on. You got to love modern technology. I'm able to jump on the radio and call you guys in because myself and the one and only Eternal, we want to make sure we give you guys all the greatest show ever. So as you know, when we first started the show, we gave you the updates of the scores. If you ever want to get the scores, you ever want to get the updates on what's going on in the Inland Valley, make sure you go to IESportsNet.com, and that way you can get all the updates on one and only Coach B and Eternal. Thank you so much to King High School. They are having a phenomenal year. As you know, their lineman, who is the biggest lineman in America. He's bigger than most linemen in the NFL. He was there along with his teammates from King High School, so that was an amazing interview. And
Indeed.
Then we should have some great coaches coming up for Silverado. Oh, you're back.
Hey, man, look, I had to take. Let me tell you something, man, because we had a quick update with the show. We actually have Temescal Canyon in the house.
Absolutely.
Coach Phil is here. He brought 2 studmuffin.coms with him. You know what I mean? These guys are ready to go out here and start making stuff happen. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna actually jump right. So let's do it real quick. Please introduce yourselves, because we have 3 gentlemen here. So please introduce yourselves to the IE Sportsnet audience.
Here with Coach Cohen and is Justin Gomez and Austin Quickie.
Man, let me tell you something, man. We really appreciate you guys coming. Now, Coach, I want to ask you something first, if you don't mind, please. Talk to us about the Lakeside game, and maybe you can kind of give us a little bit of background on your team's performance. Obviously, that was one of those games, a tough game. But maybe you can kind of talk to us about that performance.
Sure. The biggest thing for us right now is that we're really coming together as a team, and the biggest thing is that we're getting contributions from everyone in every phase of the game, from special teams having big returns, blocking kicks, really pushing the advantage on special teams. Offensively, we're both running the football and passing it, and then defense making turnovers and putting a lot of pressure on them. So I think really, honestly, it's a consummate team effort.
Indeed. Now maybe we can ask a couple of the players right here. You guys are actually 2-0 in league right now. So maybe you guys can talk about that, because when you guys play the early games, they're all to kind of prepare you guys to get for league. So maybe you can guys talk about that, please.
Yeah. Well, the first 5 games, I mean, we went 1-4, but those games definitely got us prepared for league. Yeah, we're 2-0 right now. Our goal is to make playoffs.
I like that.
Right now.
Hey, Coach B. Now I know we have one of the gentlemen here. I'm sorry, what's your name again, brother?
Austin.
We have Austin here. Coach B, want to ask him a question?
Absolutely. You're listening to IE Sportsnet on Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM. Now, in Austin, I want to ask you from a player's perspective. As you know, the last few years, you guys are in the Sun Belt League, and the Sun Belt League has been dominated by Heritage. What are your thoughts about league and going into play? And do you guys think that you have the team ready? Like you said, you guys had some tough games that got you ready for league play. Do you guys think that you're ready to give Heritage a run for their money over in the Sun Belt?
Yeah. I mean, we're ready. We're prepared. But, I mean, these past couple of games are just getting us all, nice and close. So, I mean, we're ready for battle. So.
Yeah, because I'm here to tell you, when you say nice and close, let me tell you something. I was in Madden. If I was to beat somebody 51-0, I would be expecting some type of physical interaction as soon as the game concludes. So when you beat somebody 50-0, but again, that just shows, you guys are obviously performing on a high level right now. Coach, maybe you can kind of talk about from a coaching perspective how it is, because you guys are going into a big game next week. How are you preparing the team and how are you getting them ready?
Well, the biggest thing we preach is that we need effort across the board from everybody, and everybody contributes. Everybody has a role, and they must accept their role.
Right.
We're playing Goliath. Heritage is a beast, and they haven't lost the league game for a reason. They're a good football team. They're really good. But what we do is we prepare. We make sure that every player understands their role, and we're going to go right after them.
Right.
And the chips fall where they may.
Exactly. That's how I felt about when my Dallas Cowboys played the Patriots last week. Unfortunately, we took a smackdown. Thomas Brady wasn't feeling that, so it is what it is. So I'm still.
And I was going to say, Coach got me so fired up. I feel like going to trying out for popcorn. That was a great speech, there, Coach. But, I wanted to ask you, Coach. At Temescal Canyon, who are some of the players that we should look at on your team? I know you brought some fine gentlemen with you, but go ahead and let us know who are some of the players, some of the studs in your team that we should keep our eye out on.
Well, right now we have 2 of them in the audience right now. Austin Quickie for us is playing, running back. He is also our deep snapper. He blocks kicks.
Wow.
He's our leading tackler. And I think he's number 2 on the team on interceptions.
Wow.
So he does a little bit of everything for us. So definitely Austin. And right here to my side is Justin Gomez. He's our quarterback who does a great job of managing the game, understanding that each week we have a variable attack. And we don't care necessarily if we run the ball or throw the ball. We'll do whatever it takes to win.
Indeed.
And it takes a really stout kid to understand, all right, my job this week is different week to week. My job is to run the show,
right,
and make sure that the game plan is implemented.
Right, and let me ask you something about that being quarterback. Because let me tell you something. I've only had experience being quarterback in Madden, so it's brief at best. But how is that, man? Because let me tell you something. If I throw a touchdown, I come back to school Monday, they're going to have to carry me up in the campus. It's water being thrown, cheerleaders cheering. It's going down Monday. Talk to me about how do you manage that? You come in, obviously, because again, when you're a quarterback, you have to lead. So maybe you can kind of talk about how you lead your team and again, what's the mindset for you going into that game against Heritage?
Well, definitely, you have to pay your respects to your team because you can't do anything without your lineman blocking or without your receivers making plays. Or your running back running the ball. Soften up the defense, and then you just make a play when you can.
Right.
You just got to play your part. That's how it is.
Spoken like a true quarterback.
Right? Coach B, did you have any other questions for these guys, man?
Yeah, I want to ask Coach Cohen. You guys have got something that your players, you can see they're all bought in. You see they love what's going on with your program, the synergy. How are your thoughts of what you're building over at Temescal Canyon? How do you feel about your overall program? It sounds like you guys got great, outstanding kids. Give us your infomercial about your program, Coach.
Sure. We preach character and family. And it's really important that we look out for each other. And, individually we can do a little bit, but together we can accomplish a lot. And we really buy into it. And then it affects us what we do on the field, off the field. When it comes to getting jobs for our players, when it comes to helping with homework, finding tutors, we do a lot of things, not just on the field, that we really care about them as people and character. And we talk about it every day. Character wins in the long run. And individuals come and go. But, team spirit and school spirit, we're fighting for things bigger than ourselves. That's for our school. First thing we did, we won last night. It wasn't about us. We turned around to the fans and gave them a salute.
Nice.
Because it's a team effort, all of us. And it isn't just words we say. It's how we live our life.
And see, that would make a guy like me feel good since I played water boy. My whole senior year,
Hey, you know what? That's important.
Yeah, look, I thought so. I think I got about 5 seconds in a game when we were blowing somebody out 70-0. I think I ran out there and ran back out. And it was only because Coach snatched me. But it is what it is. But again, man, no, thank you guys for coming. I know you guys had made a trip, and again, best of luck to you guys. We need to try to see if we can get out to that game next week, man, because I know it's going to be a big.
Well, if you do, you be my guest anytime.
Well, I appreciate that, Coach, man, and again, you guys got some quality kids there, and best of luck to you guys.
Well, thank you for having us.
Indeed. Coach B, man, well, look, you know what? We have, we're going to be going, now, gentlemen, I would love for you guys to hang out, but we have a TV star in there, we had to go. No, I'm playing, man. You guys have a safe trip back home, and again, best of luck to you guys, okay?
Thank you for having us.
Pleasure. We're going to stick around. We got to get some social media with those guys before they leave. But Coach B, man, you know how we do it. We got to go pay some bills, brother. So, Coach B, it is eternal.
And the one and only Coach B.
And let me tell you something. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
KTDD Riverside. Fox Sports 1350 is available anywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Download it now.
What's up? This is TJ Ward from the Denver Broncos. You're now tuning to IE Sportsnet.
The Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Yes, we are live. It is IE Sportsnet, IESportsnet.com, right here on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM iHeartRadio, man. City of Riverside. Wow, jam-packed show today. We were running around here crazy. My co-host just bailed on me. He decided to go party like a rock star in San Diego and couldn't make it. But hey, the show must and will go on. I'm here with my man Greg Holler. We're doing it. We have a very special guest in the house. With IE Sportsnet, we've been doing this thing for about 3 years now. And last year we really got involved into some of the track. And one of the people we kind of started to keep our eye on was this young lady that is here live in the studio. So maybe you can please introduce yourself to the IE Sportsnet audience.
Hey, Sportsnet. My name is Danielle Littleton, and I ran track for UC Riverside for about 5 years.
Yes, and has TV accolades associated with her name, and is doing it. But maybe we can kind of just start with your track career, and then we'll move forward to what you've been doing currently. Last year, obviously a great year for you. Maybe you can kind of talk about how the year started off and how it ended for you at UCR.
Yeah, so last year, the year started off really well, really strong. I ended up getting injured towards the middle of the season, which kind of put me back a little bit. But then I bounced back and I became an All-American at the national NCAA meet. And after that, I was so excited because my last year, and becoming All-American is like your dream.
Right. And so, and I know that you were involved. I mean, you did a little bit of everything. I know you were doing some long jump. I know I saw that, like the picture that everybody saw was you doing the long jump.
Yeah.
So maybe so what is your favorite thing to do in the track and field?
So my favorite thing to do is the 100 hurdles. I came into Riverside as a 100 hurdler and long jumper. And then my coach was like, you know what? I think you should do some more. And then I was like, really? And then so I become a heptathlete and I did everything else. But my love was always with the hurdles.
Wow, heptathlete. That is a word to get down.
Yes.
That took me about a week to get that thing ready to go. But no, that's great. Now, fast forward. You had a great year. I mean, and what a way to go off. I mean, generally people have that year and they have a drop off, but your thing kind of like skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that transition and then what happened to you. Obviously, because now you've done some television work.
Yeah.
Maybe can you talk about how you ended the season and how you got into doing this show?
Yeah, 2015 has been my year. I became an All-American. I broke six school records.
Nice.
And after that, my best friend and I, who was on the track team with me,
Miss Jasmine.
Indeed. She was like, you know what? We were talking about going on The Amazing Race. It's something that we've always watched growing up, and we were trying to. We just made an audition video, and the producers loved us, and we got a call back. So right after I graduated, maybe like 3 days after I graduated from college, I went on the show for The Amazing Race.
Wow, she just made me drop my coffee. That's how, you know what I mean? Like, that's how real. Greg looked at me like, no, you didn't. Yeah, I did, Greg. I messed it all up, man. She made me drop. Jesus. That is hilarious. It's a real thing, too. But talk to us about, the video that you got. I mean, because obviously, to get people's attention, I mean, you guys went from literally being on the couch, being fans of it,
yes,
to then getting in front of it and actually being on television.
Yeah, so it was one day last summer. We were like, you know what? Let's make an audition video just for fun.
Right.
And
now who did the production on it?
It was literally us with an iPad and had it on hold it up, and it was just 3 takes. And I think what was so good about our video that got us noticed was that it was raw. We were real.
Oh,
we were
okay.
being ourselves.
Nice.
And we just had a blast, laughing.
No Photoshop.
No Photoshops, nothing. No scripts. It was just us having a blast. And I think that they loved that about us.
Yeah, and you guys are I think that from what I've seen is you guys had a lot of the fans enjoyed, especially your interaction with you two. Maybe you can kind of talk about your relationship with you and your friend.
Yeah, so me and Jasmine have been best friends for about 6 years now, almost 7, and every single time we're together, we have a blast.
Nice.
She's my rock. She's been there for me through the ups and downs, and we have a really good connection, and I think that reads well to other people. She's not only my best friend, but now she's like my sister. She's part of my family. So.
Indeed. And again, we have Miss Danielle Littleton. Am I saying that correct?
Yes, you're saying it right.
Yes, okay. Former UCR track star and now on the Amazing Race season 27. And again, this is IE Sports and IE Sportsnet right here live on Fox Sports Radio. Now, talk to me now. Are you a fan of what sport? Because I know that you're very well-rounded. So what sport, what is it that gets Danielle to put a jersey on? What sport is that?
Well, I love track and field, obviously,
right,
but football is my go-to sport. Sundays and Mondays,
yes,
football season, me and my parents, we're watching football.
Now, Greg, hold on, let's get a little quiet here real quick, Greg. This is a very serious question, Danielle. I don't want the jersey that I have on to influence you at all, okay? Danielle, please let the IE Sportsnet audience know your favorite football team.
Well, since I'm from San Diego, I gotta go with the Chargers.
Oh, man.
But my dad is a Cowboys fan, so shout out to that. He always goes, how about them Cowboys?
You heard the womp womp. I'm playing. No, that was good stuff. No, at least somebody in there. Someone
in the Littleton house likes the Cowboys.
He tried to get her. He tried to, just like a father. I tried so hard. That's good though. Well, you know what? Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Like I said, we sincerely, we followed your career last year, so we're homers. You know what I mean? So
yes,
we're excited about you doing well. And again, best of luck to you. Continued success to you. You know what I mean? So that's great. And again, thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you. Make sure you guys turn in to CBS Fridays at 8 p.m. for The Amazing Race.
I was just about to say, make sure you shout it out. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Now, what social media? Where can people find you on social media?
I'm on Twitter and I'm on Facebook and on Instagram at Danny Star.
Yeah, and don't no stalkers. Y'all chill out. You know what I mean? She's trying to do big things here. Okay. But again, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for
okay.
having me.
All right, great. Again, it's IE Sportsnet right here. Again, if you guys ever want to find out what's going on in the Inland Empire with sports, you guys can visit IESportsnet.com. And when it comes to Inland Empire sports, the conversation starts and stops here. It is your host, Eternal, right here live for IE Sportsnet on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
KTDD Riverside. Fox Sports 1350 is available anywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Download it now.
What's up? This is Nick Young of the LA Lakers. You rocking at IE Sportsnet.
The Inland Empire Sports Authority.